Okay, Freddie originated from a tropical wave off the west coast of Africa. A rare Category 5 landfall in Miami-Dade County. In fact, with this intensity, it's the third strongest in U.S. history. Unofficial wind report, large loss of life, 193 miles per hour in Princeton, over 1,000 people injured, 127 direct deaths, over 1 million people left homeless.
Welcome to SFWMD's Sound Science Podcast. I'm Gabe Margasak. Today's topic is hurricanes, and our guest is SFWMD's Emergency Manager, Beth McElroy. Is there anything brewing out there today, Beth?
No, there isn't. Thank goodness.
So, Floridians usually cringe when they hear the word hurricane. Now imagine a catastrophic storm that hits every year about the same time. When is the storm season, and what is Hurricane Freddie all about?
Well, the Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th, although we have had a few tropical systems form as early as May. Our Hurricane Freddie exercise is an exercise that we hold every year in April, and it's our annual exercise to test our plans, our response capabilities, communication, and other decision-making processes in response to a major hurricane.
Well, that sounds like a pretty big job. So how does SFWMD prepare to protect 8.1 million residents, businesses, and the environment from an incoming storm?
Well, we have a lot of folks that are involved in this process, both here at the district and with our external stakeholders. So the water managers begin coordinating with our local drainage districts to ensure that water can be moved efficiently and quickly as possible throughout our regional flood control system. We also coordinate with our county, state, and federal stakeholders, and we do this to ensure there's a seamless interagency coordination. We activate our comprehensive emergency management plan, which involves shifting staff from their day-to-day responsibilities into emergency response functions, which we organize under the National Incident Command System.
So when most people think of emergency response, they imagine our police officers and firefighters and maybe the National Guard. But this agency is known for its science, engineering, and field operations. How do these professions help with storm response?
Well, that's a great question because a lot of these folks I think of as every bit of first responders as some of the folks that you just mentioned. We repair critical flood control infrastructure. That's a priority. We need to make sure that we can continue to move water. The district engineers provide a unique engineering knowledge when assessing damage and recommending repairs. The Emergency Modeling Unit, for example, provides predictive information with regard to how the system may respond.
So while the SFWMD staff is in hurricane mode and people are at home watching the storm, looking through their storm shutters, seeing all that water coming down, who would the public call for help with flooding concerns?
Well, they should start by contacting their local drainage district. Typically, this information can be found on their property tax bill, or you can find it on our website pretty quickly at sfwmd.gov and navigating up to Our Work at the top of the page, clicking on that, and then clicking on the subheading of Flood Control. At that location, you can enter your address, and the map on the website will give you the name of the responsible agency, their customer service number, an emergency number, and an email address.
So we talked about hurricanes and storms, but what other types of emergencies would the SFWMD respond to?
Well, as you might expect, we obviously respond to incidents involving major flooding, but we may also respond to other incidents that could threaten district infrastructure and our operations. These could be tornadoes, severe weather incidents, or wildfires that may impact district property and infrastructure. At times, we've even provided assistance to other first response organizations in their response to major disasters, such as an airliner that crashed several years ago in the Everglades. And we've also activated our staff in response to droughts that could result in water shortages and other impacts to our regional water resources.
So as the chief emergency manager for the district, what can you tell South Floridians about SFWMD storm and emergency readiness?
Well, district staff, I can tell you, take their emergency responsibilities very, very seriously. They participate in ongoing preparedness activities throughout the entire year, in addition to the roles that they normally have to carry out here at the district.
I wanted to say thank you for stopping by and joining the Sound Science podcast today and keeping us all safe.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Sound Science by the South Florida Water Management District. During any hurricane or other emergency event, we post the most important emergency information directly on our website's homepage. You can access that page from your computer or smartphone at sfwmd.gov. That's sfwmd.gov.